Hey, hey. Okay, so today we have a very exciting video, and if you followed us on TikTok, then you saw us go into a bookstore and pick out 3 different books for each other. One that was based on a trope, one that we just thought the other person would like, and then one for book of the month.
Yeah.
And now we're gonna reveal them to each other, talk about why we picked them, read the first lines of them, and all of the things. So listen along, let us know your thoughts and opinions, if you would read this book, if you were not. And then at the very end, when we do our book of the month picks, we want everyone to let us know which one you would be more down to read, or if you have any other books that you would want to read for book of the month.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. You want to go first?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So which one do you want me to do first? The one I think you would like?
Trope
Trope?
first.
Okay. So for trope,
I said Sid that I wanted friends to
She
enemies
wanted-
to lovers or enemies to lovers.
yes. And I did my best I could do. So close your eyes. Okay. So she's going to close her eyes and I'm going to read the first line of them.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, maybe read the description today.
Yeah. So do you want me to read the description or the first line? What's your preference?
Do the first line and then the description.
Okay, so I cheated and I couldn't find enemies to lovers or friends to enemies to lovers that I really felt good about getting you. I just didn't feel good about it. So I got 2 books that I felt like were
Sydney Merchant.
I knew you were gonna be mad. It's in the TikTok. I said it. So I got
well,
2
the funny
books.
thing is, I was gonna get you 2 books for the ones that I thought that you liked, but I was like, no, I can't do that. Like, we're not gonna do that again.
I know. I'm sorry.
No, I love you, and you're the best ever for doing.
So I got 2 because I didn't feel confident on. I just didn't feel super great. So the first one, I'm not gonna say the title or anything. I'm gonna show the camera though. It's this. I'll say it after. I'll say it after for the people that are listening. And let me read you the first line, which I didn't actually read in the stores.
I didn't read any of the first ones actually. Now that I'm thinking about it.
Okay, the first line is, life was passing me by at high speed as I sat back with my foot shrugging off anything that threatened to have meaning or relevance.
Damn.
And the description is, to the green-eyed lovebird, we met 15 years ago almost to the day when I moved my stuff into the NYU dorm room next to yours at senior house. You called us fast friends. I like to think it was more. We lived on nothing with the excitement of finding ourselves through music. You were obsessed with Jeff Buckley, photography. I couldn't stop taking pictures of you and hanging out in Washington Square Park and all the other weird things we did to make money. I learned more about myself that year than any other, yet somehow it all fell apart. We lost touch the summer after graduation when I went to South America to work for National Geographic. When I came back, you were gone. A part of me still wonders if I pushed you too hard after the wedding. I didn't see you again until a month ago. It was a Wednesday. You were rocking back on your heels, balancing on that thick yellow line that runs along the subway platform, waiting for the F train. I didn't know it was you until it was too late. And then you were gone. Again. You said my name. I saw it on your lips. I tried to will the train to stop just so I could say hello. After seeing you, all of the youthful feelings and memories came flooding back to me, and now I've spent the better part of a month wondering what your life is like. I might be totally out of my mind, but would you like to get a drink with me and catch up on the last decade?
Can I have my eyes now?
Yeah.
Wait, okay, so I opened my eyes when I really heard a line that I was like, whoa, what the fuck? But I didn't see anything.
Yeah.
I only saw that it was a blue book.
Oh, wait, so the...
wait,
okay.
I'm not even gonna look at the other one. Okay, wait, cover the other one.
Oh, sorry.
You're good.
Okay. So this is Before We Were Strangers. And the reason I chose this is because it's friends to strangers to lovers.
I know, I love it.
So I felt like that kind of fit the category, but I thought the description really was super
I also love that
enticing.
this could be queer.
Yes, it's really
I love that it could be queer. I also adore a cover that's ambiguous.
Yes,
I know this before.
we talked about this, and I thought the description, that's literally why I picked it, because I was like, the cover's ambiguous and the description is ambiguous.
And we love a book where it's you go in and you have no
idea. And the description, we always talk about how we complain about sometimes the back of the book just gives fucking everything away. Yeah. And then you're like, why did I even pick this up? I could have just read the cover and felt like I read the book. But it mentions this wedding we don't understand.
I know, I'm like, the wedding.
There's
Did you guys
all
get
of these
married?
things.
This is really intriguing to me. Also, if you've been following right now, Sid and I don't know when this episode's gonna go up, but Sid and I are reading God of the Woods. And
yes.
I told Sid that I needed a lighthearted fucking read after this shit.
And this seems like that.
And this seems like a really good lighthearted read.
It's also not huge. If you're watching, you can see the thickness of this. It's not a gigantic book.
I love that.
Okay, so book number 2, let me show the screen. This one's a little...
I know, but it's by a lady named Jody, and it's also blue. That's based on what I saw.
Yes, but also the cover is extremely ambiguous.
Which I love.
This one's a bit larger.
It's okay.
Okay, so I picked this because if you know, this is very just me and Ellie, is that Ellie loves a mafia romance, and I have I have yet to read a mafia romance, and so I don't really know what they entail, but this seemed pretty close.
Wait, hide the book from me and open my eyes really quick. Guys, please Vote in the comments and make us read a mafia romance so that Syd can appreciate, because so she'll be forced to do it and she'll really learn the value of a mafia romance. If you know, you know. Okay, keep going.
So the book that I wanted to get for this trope instead of these two was a mafia romance that came out in 2026, but they didn't have it in store. I'll let you know what it's called so you can read it on your own time. So I don't know if this is considered a mafia romance, but it, from an unknowledgeable person on that subject, it seemed what you would expect from that genre.
My eyes and saw something. I'm sorry.
So it's okay. So let me read you the first line
Okay.
first. Okay. The first line is red. It's everywhere. Eyes open, eyes closed, red. Blood, pain, gunshots, her hair, red.
Ooh.
Okay.
Okay, that means that it's in wait, that means it's in first person, I'm pretty sure.
I don't know. Okay, I'll read you
okay.
the back of the cover.
Okay.
Temptation, power, secrets, loving her might destroy them both. Brad Black is ruthless, feared, and at the top of Miami's criminal food chain. His world is built on violence, loyalty, and vice until a chance rescue puts her in his path.
Our lights turned off. There we go.
Until a chance rescue puts her in his path. Pearl Kennedy is wild, sharp, and too young for him. She's also a distraction he can't afford. With enemies closing in and betrayal around every corner, keeping his empire intact is his only priority. But the more time he spends with Pearl, the more he wants her, and the more he suspects she's hiding something. Saved from a brutal fate, Pearl finds unexpected safety in the arms of a killer. Brad's dangerous, cold, and everything she should fear, but it's not fear that keeps her up at night, it's him. Falling for him could expose her secrets, and when the truth comes out, it might not be her enemies who end her, it might be Brad Black.
Give it to me.
So wait, let me tell them. It's called The American.
Love.
It's a dark romance, and it's in a series called, ready? The Unlawful Men series. An ambiguous cover.
See, I feel that if people are watching the podcast for the first time, they would have no idea that I'm a lesbian, because I love a mafia romance. Like, I just love straight romances because they're so fucking mindless sometimes.
Yeah.
It's so, like, easy peasy lemon squeezy. I adore this. I'm very excited for this. This is stunning. The glass shatter on the side, if you can see that.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
It's also part of a series, so I
This
figured
is-
if you were super into it, you could get into how you
I
did
love
Sinners.
you. You're the
Isn't
be-
Sinners that it's called?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Sinners Anonymous, yes.
Yes.
Okay, I will say, though, the name Pearl reminds me of Pearl from SpongeBob. Did
I
you watch-
wasn't allowed to watch SpongeBob as a kid.
Yeah, that's fair. Anyways, that's a character, if you know, you know. You killed this.
Thank
I'm very excited.
you.
I'm honestly going to read the American first, because I think that that's exactly like a little, like, mafia crazy out of, like, the God of the Woods is very, like, realistic, like,
Yeah.
very, like,
It's like fictional realism, if that's even a genre.
yeah. And this is not.
Yeah, he's like some criminal entity who like
I have
finds a
paranoid-
younger woman.
I'm-
Okay, fair warning, our camera might die, so if we change locations in a little, just know why. But yeah,
Okay,
that's my two.
So, here we go.
Okay, my eyes are
This is okay. So Syd's trope for me was found family, which found family are enemies to lovers. So I looked for enemies to lovers, but I'm just not feeling that for her right now. Like, I just didn't
Thank
find
God.
anything that, like,
Thank God.
I'm really like, I just don't think that that's really speaking to me. Now I'm hoping and praying that she has not read this book before. This is the book for all those who
Oh, I want to
can see it. I know you do. Okay, I'm going to read the first line, and then I'm going to read the
back cover.
back page.
What it just flashed?
That was Carlight's story.
Okay.
Sorry, girl. All right. By the time Alex managed to get the blood out of her good wool coat, it was too warm to wear it.
I'm intrigued and confused.
Here we go. Galaxy Alex Stern is the most unlikely member of Yale's freshman class. Raised in the Los Angeles hinterlands by a hippie mom, Alex dropped out of school early and into a world of shady drug dealer boyfriends, dead-end jobs, and much, much worse. In fact, by age 20, she is the sole survivor of a horrific solved multiple homicide. Some might say she's thrown her life away, but at her hospital bed, Alex is offered a second chance to attend one of the world's most prestigious universities on a full ride. What's the catch, and why her? Still searching for answers, Alex arrives in New Haven, tasked by her mysterious benefactors with monitoring the activities of Yale's secret societies. Their 8 windowless tombs are the well-known haunts of the rich and powerful, from high-ranking politicos to Wall Street's biggest
Politicos.
but their occult activity are more sinister and more extraordinary than any paranoid imagination might conceive. They tamper with forbidden magic, they raise the dead, and sometimes they prey on the living.
Well, can I have my eyes?
Yeah.
Wait, what? No fucking
You
wait.
have it?
No, but I almost got this for you.
Really? Yes.
Wait, I have not read this, but I'm so into this.
It's
and also,
Secret Society and Family,
which
you
Secret
love.
Society is my fave.
It's her absolute fave.
Also, I wasn't making any faces during you reading me that because all I could think of in my head is this is so weird because it's my 2 hometowns in a book. Because I lived in Westport, Connecticut, which is not New Haven, but
yes,
if you know, you know.
did.
And it's in California.
My god.
Oh, I'm super into this. I'm so
It's
excited.
really gonna be good for you.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, I think this is, like, exactly what you've been wanting and needing.
Oh my god, and all of the authors that wrote reviews on the back are authors that I've read.
Perfect. I've also heard immaculate things about this book.
I'm so excited about this. You killed that. Good
Thank
job.
you. Okay, now it's the one that's, like, just you think I'll like, without a trope.
Okay, the one that I think you'll like, close your eyes, I'm gonna show the camera, is this. If you guys can't see who the author is, I'll say it after, but it's one of Ellie's. She has written books that Ellie really loves. Okay, so I'm gonna read I really hope you haven't read this.
Not opening my eyes is a lot harder than anticipated.
I know. Okay, I'm gonna read you the first line.
Oh, okay, yay.
Sweat dotted my brow. Tendrils of red hair clung to my neck. My legs felt like I'd been sitting in a sauna. Okay, not the greatest first line I ever read, but whatever.
That's okay.
Back of the book says, things are about to get wicked in New Orleans. 22-year-old Ivy Morgan isn't your average college student. She and others like her know humans aren't the only thing trolling the French Quarter for fun and for food. Her duty to the order is her life. After all, 4 years ago, she lost everything at the hands of the creatures she'd sworn to hunt, tearing her world and her apart. Hold, please, I need to read. Ren Owens is the last person Ivy expected to enter her rigidly controlled life. He's 6 feet and 3 inches of temptation and swoon-inducing charm. With forest green eyes and a smile that surely's left a stream of broken hearts in its wake, he has an uncanny, almost unnatural ability to make her yearn for everything he has to offer. But letting him in is as dangerous as hunting the cold-blooded killers stalking the streets. Losing the boy she loved once before had nearly destroyed her, but the sparking tension that grows between them becomes impossible for Ivy to deny. Deep down, she wants more than what her duty demands of her, what her past has shaped for her. But as she grows closer to Ren, she realizes she's not the one carrying secrets that could shatter the frail bond between them. There's something he's not telling her, and one thing's for certain. She's no longer sure what is more dangerous to her, the ancient beings threatening to take over their town or the man demanding to lay claim to her heart and soul.
Give it to me. You know I love her. Okay, yes, this is so epic. Okay, because we're so, like, with humans and not in fantasy world, I was not, it's kind of fantasy, right?
Yeah.
I was like, when I heard creatures, I was like, what? Like, you know, when you're,
Yeah, I think, I don't know what type of fantasy it is. I don't know if it's paranormal fantasy or regular. I didn't really get it.
love
Also,
this.
the edges are really pretty on this one.
Oh, the edges are really pretty.
They're
Can you see
sprayed.
that? That's so, I love sprayed edges
Me
personally.
too. I don't care what anybody says.
Fair.
I know that's like a hated concept.
Yes. Oh my God, I'm very excited.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay, that's one I just thought you would like. Okay, my eyes are closed. Hopefully this camera doesn't die. Everybody cross their fingers. I don't want to record the second half later. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, this book, about 2 years ago, a year ago, I was on a plane and this woman told me that this is one of the best books she's ever read. We had this amazing, really healing conversation that I just absolutely adored, and she just, like, helped me a lot, and so I really trust her, and I started reading this book, and then, like, I kind of got off the beaten track, so I know if Sid starts reading it, that I'm gonna start reading it too, because we have the twin. There.
So,
window.
The first line is, it starts with the little things: an extra toothbrush in a glass holder next to the sink, a few articles of clothing in a small drawer, phone chargers on both sides of the bed. Okay.
This
Now,
sounds
hear
like
me
my
out.
type of genre.
Evie-
Oh, sorry, my microphone is way. This
It's
sounds like my type of genre.
Evie Porter has everything a nice Southern girl could want: a doting boyfriend, a house with a white picket fence, a tight group of friends. The only catch: Evie Porter doesn't exist.
What?
The identity comes first. Evie Porter. Once she's given a name and location by her mysterious boss, Mr. Smith, she learns everything there is to know about the town and people in it. Then the mark: Ryan Summer. The last piece of the puzzle is the job. Evie isn't privy to Mr. Smith's real identity, but she knows this job will be different. Ryan has gotten under her skin, and she's starting to envision a different sort of life for herself. But Evie can't make any mistakes, especially after what happened last time. Evie must stay one step ahead of her past while making sure there's still a future in front of her. The stakes couldn't be higher, but then Evie has always liked a challenge.
I'm so confused. That sounds so insane, and I can't wrap my head around it. I'm super into that. What?
Okay, open your eyes. Have you seen this?
Yes, my sister's read this.
And?
And my mom has read this.
And?
Oh, sorry. My sister's read this and my mom has, and they loved
Her.
it. What?
Her. Okay, we gotta go quick. The timer's gonna die. I think you're really gonna love
Freaking
it.
out about that because that's not what I thought First Lie Wins was at all. I actually thought I'd read First Lie Wins, so I think I read something else with lie in the title because it wasn't that.
Yeah. No.
Okay. Next is the book that I think that's one you just thought I would like, right?
Yeah.
Okay, next is the book that I think you would be interested in for Book of the Month.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, so I'm going to show the group. Do you guys see? Okay. First line, keep those eyes motherfucking closed. Okay, first line, sorry, there's like 7 blank pages at the beginning for whatever reason. Just give me a sec. Okay. A patron is watching porn out loud. That's the first
That
line.
reminds me of one of the jobs I've had in my life. If you want to.
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. Okay, so
I was not the one that was watching porn, by the way.
Yeah,
it
we
was one
figured,
of my
bro.
bosses.
So that was the first line. A
Okay.
patron is watching porn. Okay.
Okay.
Darcy's life turned out better than she could have ever imagined. She's a librarian at her local branch while her wife Joy runs a bookbinding service. Between the two of them, there's no more room on the shelves with their ample book collections. Various knickknacks and baubles and dried bouquets. Rounding out their ideal life are 2 cats and a sun-soaked house by the lake. But when Darcy receives the news that her ex-boyfriend Ben has passed away, she spirals into a pit of guilt and regret, resulting in a mental breakdown and medical leave from the library. When she returns to work, Darcy is met with more unrest as protests result in a call for book bans and a second look at the branch's upcoming DEI program. Through the support of her colleagues and by examining her past, Darcy discovers her own agency and how to rally the community that stands with her. Is this a cry for help? Fuck. Is this a cry for help? Okay. So I almost read the title. So that's why I got scared.
Oh, yeah. No time to know it.
Wait, hold please. So I just want to say that the reason I'm picking this as a contender for Book of the Month that I think you would pick, Queer,
Love.
talks about book bans and DEI programs, which I think if as
Super fucking relevant.
creators that feel like we should talk as representatives of the book community, I feel like that's a really great reason.
Absolutely.
And also, I'm always going to pick a lit fic.
Just give
I'm
me
always
yours,
going to
Abu.
pick a lit fic.
I know you are. Give it to me. I love her life. Not the fact that her ex-boyfriend died. That's
But
really
the
sad.
sun-soaked
But
house
the
on the lake with
sun-soaked
the
house
cats
with
and the wife.
And the wife in the bookstore?
Yeah.
I saw this when I was at the bookstore and I was like, ooh, that looks really good. Oh my God, I'm obsessed. $3 off. Love that. Okay, that makes me feel better because you bought
So
me
do you
two
think that was a good
Oh,
contender
it's such
pick?
I'm actually want us to read that in June for
Pride Month?
Pride Month.
Okay.
Not that it need to be Pride Month for you to read a gay book, by the way. I'm fucking gay.
Okay, my eyes are closed.
Okay, here we go.
Please, camera, don't die because literally she just needs to do this book in the outro.
Here we go. This one right here. Okay. Everybody knows she's a great author. I'm pretty sure. Okay. First line.
Yeah, you got it, girl.
I got it, girl. Okay. If these walls could talk, well, they might not be talking, but they are certainly listening and watching.
Oh, hello.
Washington, D.C., 1950. Everyone keeps themselves at Briarwood House, at the down at the heels, all-female boarding house in the heart of the nation's capital where secrets hide behind white picket fences. But when the lovely, mysterious widow, Grace March, moves into an attic room, she draws her oddball collection of neighbors into an unlikely friendship. Poised English beauty Fliss, whose facade of a perfect wife and a mother covers gaping inner wounds. Policeman's daughter Nora, who finds herself entangled with a shadowy gangster. Frustrated baseball star Bia, whose career has come to an end along with the Women's Baseball League of the World War II. A poisonous gung-ho Arlene, who has thrown herself into McCarthy's Red Scare. Grace's weekly attic room dinner parties and window-brewed sun tea becomes a healing balm on all their lives, but she hides a terrible secret of her own. When a shocking act of violence tears the house apart, the Briar Club women must decide once and for all who is the true enemy in their midst. Capturing the paranoia of McCarthy's era and evoking the changing roles in the women's post-war America, the blank title is an intimate and thrilling novel of secrets, loyalty, and secrets and loyalty put to the test.
Okay, I know that that's deep, especially like deep in the sense that like I know that this is really impactful and meaningful, but all I can think about is that it's giving traitors.
We're obsessed with traitors
Can I
right
have
now.
my
Can you
eyes?
please watch it.
Can I have my eyes?
Yes.
Hand.
You know Kate Quinn?
Yes.
Have you read The Rose Code?
Yes. You called me and asked me if I've read The Rose Code.
And you said no. I knew it. And my instincts knew she actually had read it.
You were right. I think I was like not listening
Yeah.
to you. Okay, I'm super into this. I'm
Perfect.
super into this. I'm
Perfect.
actually impressed with you because this is more on the historical fiction side of things.
You love historical fiction. I knew you were gonna love this for Book of the Month.
I know, but
Plus, I
that's
want to
just
I want to step into your world because I really want to honor that and like that
Yeah.
I'm like respecting the genres you love.
Guys.
I'm so excited we
Okay.
fucking did it.
So most important thing that we need to say before the camera cuts out is that these are the 2 contenders for Book of the Month next month. It's A Cry for Help by Emily Austen and Kate Quinn's The Briar Club. Yeah.
I know I said this for
Okay.
Okay, the camera's died, but we were gung-ho on finishing that.
Yeah, so the camera died and the microphones aren't going to connect because this is on my phone now, but we're just going to finish this really quickly so that you guys, there's not like such a change of dramatic pace and scenery. But these are the 2 books that are up for contention. This is upside down, sorry. For Book of the Month next month. This is A Cry for Help by Emily Austen and then Kate Quinn's The Briar Club. So please give your opinions.
Give your opinions if you've read them. If you haven't read them, I think it could be so fun for us reading like woman sisterhood and then like queer fighting, very, very relevant to what's happening in the world right now. Well, both of them are relevant to the world right now because World War II is incredibly, you know the vibes. Okay.
Well, history repeats itself, so isn't that like a very famous quote? History repeats itself.
Yeah, and then it's also like they think that history repeats itself every 80 years.
Yeah.
So okay. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for hanging out with us and spending time with us and all of the things. We're so grateful.
Also, if you ever have book of the month suggestions for any month in particular or just in general,
or just opinions, like you liked or didn't like books that we read in the past, you were so turned off by a certain book, like we want to hear it all because book of the month is like our little precious baby.
We also want to make sure that we're like getting into different genres and different authors and giving attention to like all of the things,
all perspectives of life.
And we don't want to just, no shade to them, but just give you book of the months from TikTok authors because you could get those on your own time. So we love you.
We love you. Okay. Yay. Vote in the comments. Tell us all your opinions and thoughts and whatever they are. This was so much fun.
I love you. And it's always for you.
It's always for you, darling. It's always for you. Go read some books. Love the books. We'll let you know our thoughts and opinions, and we'll see you soon.
And follow us on TikTok. Okay.
Bye. We love you.
It's
Yay! Book of the month time.
Book of the month time.
Okay, so actually not obviously. If you didn't see our last video, then you don't know that our book of the month this month is Cat About Town by Kate Conte, I think is how you say her last name. I just asked, Sid was the one to pick it. I was like, can we please read something lighthearted and fun? And so now we're going to talk about the first section, which is chapters 1 through 12 for the rest of April, which has 5 Wednesdays, which is the day that our podcasts go out. You'll just read 12 chapters until the last section, which we'll just read 11 or however much of the book is left.
Yep.
So why don't you tell us your thoughts, Sid? I know it's like very early in the story, so there's a lot that we don't know, but
first 12 chapters are pretty chill. We learn that her grandmother has passed away. She sees this cat at the cemetery and is immediately connected. I just, at the end of this section, wrote, so far I'm loving this. It's so lighthearted, but so far not in an overly cheesy way, which I appreciate. Like, you can tell that it's just cutesy and simple, but there's not any lines so far that have just like cringed me out where I'm like, I'm not into this. It seems like the perfect cozy, like suspicious mystery so far. I say that by my explanation being that in this section we find the dead body.
Yeah.
That is like the primary element that happens in the first 12 chapters, is that she discovers that something is going on with her grandfather and his house and the town trying to take it from him, the one man specifically, and he winds up dead and her cat discovers the dead man. And the reason I think that so far it's cozy is that I wasn't like jarred when the body was found. Like, I wasn't like, dead body. Like, I thought they did a really good job of that. None of the like typically daunting portions of a story in like a thriller or mystery were present that like got to me or anything. And so I don't know, so far I'm just like loving all the little side characters and like trying to figure out where they fit in, like all of the random townspeople she's run into and her best friend and her mom. And I'm just kind of figuring out, like, I'm orienting myself as to who they are, how important they are. Do I need to like remember this character? Is this just like a line that she's saying in passing to them? But I don't know. I'm kind of invested in Daybreak Island.
I know. I love this story. Like, I think that like initially it's exactly what I wanted. I wanted something cozy. I wanted something small town. I wanted something that didn't require a lot of like energy of my own mind to like really like try to pick up every rock and like unearth it and see what's underneath the rock. Like, I really wasn't that like needing to understand every single thing. And then I like all the side characters. Like, I love Cheetah Man. Is that his name?
Yeah.
Cheetah Man. I love him. I love the cat. I love that the cat made its way into the story. I feel like I know all of the side characters. I'm like, I feel like I'm just reading a town gossip magazine. Like, I feel like I'm just stepping into like a really small town where they have all this lore and all of these like small town connections, and they're just like kind of like going place to place. And I think it's interesting that she lived there when she was a kid and now she's coming back, and like everyone's like, oh my god, you're back, and like, let me go to this person and that person. I also was not surprised. Obviously on the back of the book it says that she's gonna find the dead body, but the one thing I was surprised by is I didn't know who the town bully was in the back of the book. So I was like, oh, okay, Frank died. Like, okay, I can get behind. Not obviously don't want anybody to die, but like I was like, okay, that makes sense for the town bully thing. And I just feel like she kind of pisses me off a little bit, but the side characters are really the ones that keep me going. Like,
Yeah.
and it's just, like, interesting the way that, like, it all unfolds and there's all these connections, and then, like, it also said that she has, like, 2 people that are coming after her, but I really don't know who those
I
people
don't
are.
yeah, I don't we don't know really who that is because that's what I'm saying though, like, I don't know how important these are because she ran into 2 people when she was walking
Yeah.
and was talking to them, and I'm trying to figure out, like, okay, is this one of them? And then when they, like, call the police, she like, for the dead body, she, like, explains that, like, it's her ex-boyfriend who
Right.
works, and I'm like, "Oh, is this one of them, or is he just, like, there
Yeah.
to throw me off?" Like,
I know.
I do really appreciate that nothing is deeper than it is.
Yeah.
Like, nothing like, I think God of the Woods, as much as I, like, loved that book, I have no complaints about it, everything was layered. Like, there was so much depth to everything, like, it was so incredibly intentional, and I kind of just appreciate about this right now that, like, it's just not that serious, like,
Not at all.
there's no underlying meaning to her finding this orange cat and that,
Yeah.
like, there's no underlying meaning to, like, Frank going after her grandfather, like, it's just small town drama, and it's, like, I just appreciate that.
I really appreciate it deeply. Like, I love, like, and the fact that, like, I think it's a really small town thing to, like, run into, like, for the police officer that's gonna be on the case to be, like, your ex-boyfriend, like,
That would
that's such,
happen in
like,
our town.
that would happen in our town easily, like, are you
Yeah.
serious? So, I think the whole aspect of it is just really cute to me, like, I enjoy it. It's really cute despite the craziness. I feel like there's all these, like, layering pieces, and I feel like it's interesting, like, her grandmother just died and, like, all of these things are happening. I also love how, like, quick-paced it is and, like,
Yeah.
how everything kinda has the air of, like, I feel like it's written by, like, a reporter. Like, I feel like it was
Yes.
written by a reporter, and I'm just, like, kinda going through the story like, "Yeah, alright, this is that, and this is that, and this is that." Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just loving it.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I think it's really wholesome. I think it's really simple. It's really, like, charming weirdly, and I also, like I think the fact that the murder happens and, like, her being a potential suspect because she talked to Frank last all happening in the first 12 chapters was perfect because
Yeah.
if it happened to me later than that, I'd been like, "I don't care. Where
No.
is it?" Like
I needed it to happen, like, often, like, that's obviously the story, right? Is, like, she goes
Yeah.
I also love that, like, they're going to, like, as much as the food stroll, like, got cut short. I
Yeah.
love, like, a little small like, I wanted to go and support like, I wish my small businesses near me did, like, a little food stroll and, like, I could go and try
Yeah.
their food and, like, do all these fun things and, like, support the small businesses. I also think that
Totally.
Frank has a lot of, like, history behind him, and I don't think he is who he seems to be to her
Yeah.
right now, I will say that.
I do completely agree with you, and yeah, I think something's a little off with Frank. I mean, obviously, he wound up dead, so something has to be a little off with him, but other than that, like, I have no suspicions quite yet. I mean, basically, the murder happened, she sees her ex-boyfriend, and that's the end of the
Yeah.
section, so nothing too crazy, but I don't know, it's charming. I'm just, like, excited to I think we'll just breeze through it, and it's sweet.
Totally, totally.
Yeah, that's all I got.
So that's all we have for you. We'll have more to say, I'm sure. Like, I feel like we have the most to say at the very end of the book because, like, we
Totally,
can actually, like, really unearth everything. But yeah, join us along. It's a really simple read. It's a light read. Like, I feel like it's a good decompressor at the end of the night.
totally.
Yeah, read the book of the month, Cat About Town. Maybe your local bookstore has it, and you should go to see if they do.
Yep.
And we'll see you in the next chapter.
See you in the next chapter. Bye.
Bye.